Hello and welcome to Piece of English. Piece of English is an English podcast to help you enhance your English level. Today we have a funny title. Does everyone think you are lazy? Does everyone think you are lazy? Is that a true? Don't you have any power to finish anything? Does people think so? That you don't have any power to finish anything? Do you think this of yourself? Do you think that you are lazy yourself? Okay. I think that in the past, to be successful, people just used to study one field or have one skill. It was enough to be qualified in, just one skill or take one certificate, one degree. But nowadays, because of technology, different languages we use at work sometimes, so we have to learn more than one thing to advance in our job. So sometimes you have to be certified in more than one field. Actually, this can happen at any age. I'm not just talking about people who start their careers. No, this can happen to people who are already experienced, but just maybe their company is starting, a new branch in another country, so you need to add this language or that language to your CV. Maybe their company is starting to use technology, so you need to be certified in this field of technology. So it's actually difficult nowadays. It can happen at any age that you find yourself back to school again. You have a lot of things to study. You have to advance yourself in many things. You have to be certified in more than one field. So actually, most of people, or big number of people, we all do our best and spend this long time. We do lots of effort to advance our skills. We do all what we can. Some of us even have no difference between morning and night. They just study. They don't sleep, they don't eat well, no breaks, just studying, just advancing myself because I want to have this position or I have this promotion at work. So I do all my best. But actually, all this takes from our energy. It doesn't come cheap. So when you have the promotion or the position, you are actually exhausted, but maybe you don't feel so. So your body's out of energy, sometimes out of health if you are not having a healthy system. So during this time of studying and advancing ourselves, we even think that taking a break is just a waste of time. So we don't take breaks. That's why after finishing this time or this studying thing, you are just exhausted, but maybe you don't feel. So, so here it comes. When you have really important something to do, and then all people around you know that you have to finish this thing. So this, when you just stop, you don't want to do it. It's actually that you don't, it's not actually that you don't want to do it, you don't have energy to do it. So sometimes it's very important exams, sometimes it's a very big step in your life or a next step, and people know that you have to do this, but you cannot move yourself. Why? There's no energy. Especially, um, I'm especially talking about, mental energy. not actually the physical one. Of course, physical one is not there, but also the mental one is exhausted. So here it comes. When you just stop uh, in the middle of this way or in the middle of this task you have to finish, people around you think that maybe you are lazy. Um I am just here to share with you this idea that in this situation, it's not really that you are lazy, you are just too tired. You are not really lazy as people think, just too tired to continue. So you just choose to have a break. Again, it's not you who chooses to have a break, it's your mind chooses to have a break because you don't want to have a break. So your mind just does it anytime. So personally, I think that breaks are good. Breaks are helpful. Sometimes we really need to have this break. It can be as long as it takes, actually. It doesn't have to be, like all sleeping or all um, doing something that is bad for health. No, it can be just a hobby or doing something that you really like. And when you hear people saying that you are lazy or too lazy to do something, I think you will just not care about this because you really know that you were too exhausted doing this last step or achieving this last um, achievement in your life, whatever it was. So maybe you would not care about this and just have your break, get ready for the next step, and go to achieve it. Okay, it was too long today. Okay, I'm just waiting for you to share your opinions in the comments, and thank you for listening.